this, and I'll be talking to some people with fascinating medical conditions, as well as one of the contenders in this year's Feline Football Championship, and her proud owner. That's all up on tonight's National Nightly News. And after that, I'll be asking my own thumb what it thinks about the global financial situation, as well as what 3 members of the general public think about how a nuclear reactor might work.
Could you be a little more dismissive in your delivery? I think there's a viewer out there somewhere who missed it.
Viewers? We still have some of those, do we? Perhaps they're hoping to run into a fact.
Jeremy, get it together. Don't give Bozeman any more ammunition.
Coming back from the title quiet studio.
I think that's not.
But first tonight, our team of correspondents has been dispatched to every corner of the country to see how the people of this great nation of ours are coping with this unprecedented hot weather. First, let's go to Megan Wolfe in Shining-on-Sea to see what the scientific community has to say. Megan, how's the weather there?
It's absolutely glorious, Jeremy. Thank you for asking.
Are you fucking kidding me? She's on a beach with a fucking cocktail with what looks suspiciously like actual news.
Would you rather she was here with you? Because that's been going so well recently.
No,
You're
I don't
part
want
of a
that
team
either.
carrying
What
out
I
a
want
study
is,
into just
well,
what's causing this unbelievable heat.
right now, I'd happily settle for a desk
Yes,
fan.
yes, we want to be able to reassure the public.
Do you know
once
they have
and for all
dinner
that
together?
There's absolutely nothing
Bozeman
to worry
and
about,
Megan.
and that they
And
can
Bozeman's
enjoy their
wife,
sunstroke
who is lovely,
and fossil
apparently.
fuels in peace.
Who would have thought it? You
sound very
Bozeman
confident
actually
about
persuades
that.
some poor,
Very much so.
hapless
I can
victim
say
to
without
shackle
any
themselves to
hesitation,
anything.
there's really no
might
cause
still
for any
lie.
concern here.
And I have met
actually
Bozeman's
left
wife,
my
and
car
she
running.
is lovely, actually.
So tell
What do you
us
mean
about
you've
this
met
experiment.
Bozeman's wife?
Well,
How come
we
you've
take
met her? I
data
don't even
from
know
weather
she
stations
exists.
from all
Because
over
in the
world,
8 years
along
I've worked with you,
atmospheric
I've never
samples,
seen you
and we
attend
take all
a
that and we
single
feed it
workplace
into
social
this
event.
state-of-the-art
doing that.
computer, and
Imagine
very soon
the
we'll
horror
be
of
getting a
spending an
high-tech
evening with
readout
your
of the
colleagues.
results.
Blimey, that sounds very
Even that
fancy.
fucking rapper.
I should just say,
When you
none
used
of
to be
this
fun.
would be
Yes,
possible
it was about the
without
last time we did the
generous support
actual
of
news, wasn't
Rivington
it? Before your lot turned into
This is
this
all
shit.
thanks to their unrivaled investment in our
sorry.
future, and may
My
I just
lot?
say, complimentary.
Well, it's not my
personal
fault, is
anecdote.
it?
Oh, here we go.
Why are you even here today? I mean, it's supposed to be your day off.
As expected,
I am not talking to
everything is absolutely fucked. Hang on. This can't be right.
Right, but obviously you said a second ago that everything is absolutely fine, so, you know.
Well, actually, under concern level, it just says, why, God, why?
We should be celebrating these wonderful results, I think. There we are.
We need to evolve gills within 40 years.
You look thirsty.
Here it just says, shit, shit, shit.
Look at you. This is meant to be a celebration. Can't go around looking like that.
Shit,
There you
shit,
go.
shit,
Much
shit.
better. Can I just say thank you again to Sophia Remington for providing all of this.
Everyone, we don't have long. Time is running
It's
out.
running out. Absolutely right. That is all we have time for.
Abandon hope and return to the forest.
There you are.
Go!
I'd like to thank Dr. Burns for
Is
just
this okay?
one
Let
opinion
me clean
on
his
the
overalls.
climate.
The sea will reclaim us all.
There you have it, Jeremy. Proof, if proof be need be, that everything is just
actually
fine.
been writing about
I'm
the
Megan
moment
Wolfe.
we'd
Here
finally
inside.
meet Robin.
Back to you.
It's in Iambic
Megan Wolfe there, attempting to do some actual news. Next,
go then.
let's over to Robin
Shoo,
Short,
shoo.
who's in Scritchford with some of the winners of this week's team membership lottery. Robin?
Thanks, Jeremy. I'm here in Scritchford with Gary Failsafe, a janitor at the local school.
Has anyone
and
seen Jenny?
Amelia Jackhammer, an aspiring poet.
Jenny!
Both of you were drawn at random
Jenny!
from those who hold team membership
Can I
cards
get a refill,
to receive
please?
this week's amazing prize. How
I
do
know
you
you
feel?
can hear me.
Filled with fervent euphoria.
Don't you walk away from me.
Yeah. Good.
Jenny!
Yeah.
And all that we had to do was fill in a quick form or two.
Wow, that sounds so convenient, but we're all dying to know. What have you won?
That's right, Robin. I've won dinner with Julius Salisbury at one of the capital's top restaurants.
Ooh, swanky.
And I've been invited to Peter Clement's house to help him dredge the gutter in.
That's absolutely terrific. You must both be over the moon.
I've written a poem about it.
So, can you tell me about the moment when you first heard the news?
Well, I was battling against a particularly difficult floater, probably one of the sixth formers, when the headmaster came and found me.
I was involved in a similarly brutal conflict with a particularly arduous stanza.
So you were both polishing turds?
No, I don't like to polish them. I like to keep them intact for my collection.
Oh,
Makeup?
how
Makeup.
unexpected.
No,
I
no,
don't
not that.
polish
Look,
turds.
I know it's not your job, but can I get a refill, please?
poetry.
Potato, potato. So, Gary,
Do you think
I know
Peter
such a
Clement's going to let me
job. I
keep the
don't want to
contents of his
entitled like a certain
downpipe?
co-host of mine. But
there's no harm in
So
asking, I
stupid.
suppose.
I have to
Would you like
sit
to
on
hear
it,
one?
sit
No, thank
here
you.
Until the
Gary,
inevitable
when you
clusterfuck of an
signed up
interview
for
that
team
is
membership,
this,
was it
Gary
in
the
hopes
shit
of
collector
winning the lottery,
comes to
or
an
were
end.
there other
So if
reasons?
you wouldn't mind.
I like a flutter, of course, but no,
Well,
the
go
boss
on
said
then.
I had to sign up to keep coming into school.
Very sensible. It's important to know who we're trusting around our children.
Oh, I have an unpublished book of sonnets about children. Perhaps you'd like to hear one.
No!
Or an anthology of haikus on the death of innocence.
I'd rather hear about Gary's turd collection.
Really? I thought you might say that.
Oh. Oh.
Are you all right?
Yes, it's coming. Ah. It's inspiration and it's delicious.
Right you are.
Today on the show, there's no news. Just a man who keeps multiple poos.
Here,
No.
this big one's my favourite. See how it's fibrous, really lovely texture.
Would you encourage other people to enter for their chance to win?
If it's colour you're looking for, take a gander at old Blue Eyes here.
The national news lost its way when it covered some crap on a tray.
Some of these are quite rare.
Maybe that was unfair.
And that's all we have time for today. Back to you, Jeremy.
Thanks, Robin.
Become something of
What a
vendetta.
lucky
I mean,
pair
it
they
really
are.
has. I mean, Darcy
And
changes
finally,
his mind.
it's
No,
disgusting.
It's over the banner.
Go, just get out of
This is
here.
the
Go.
smelliest town in the country. This is the unprecedented weather is affecting the locals.
You, get out of my face.
Hello there, Jeremy. Hello, yes. I'm here live in Grizzleford, which has recently voted the smelliest town in the country. And I have to say that, you know, in this heat,
God, if you
the
find
smell
yourself in a
really
worse
is. I mean,
situation
it's
than
Picking up
something
that
else.
she might be somewhat annoyed.
Barry Lardons,
For your
mate. You've lived
information,
here your whole
Jeremy,
life. How'd you put up with the
me and
sting?
my lot
Well, we're
are the
just
reason
all
there's no
very
real
proud of
reason.
our
There are
achievement,
plenty
to be
of
honest
items
with
for
you.
it, but they always
It's
get
all right, look at
squashed
him,
up
proud
the
of
chain.
punch.
Fucking bonesman.
Well, you know what it's like, son.
right.
Being the second smelliest town.
shouldn't have
I
even said that.
don't living in the shadow of Arseminster. Those smug fucks.
Well,
And who's laughing
Patrick,
now?
who's not
eh?
looking presentable now, eh?
So what happened, mate?
Right, the good people from Remington's Fist came in and saved the day with their factory.
You're talking, of course, about the newly built flour factory.
Yeah, they gave us this big presentation on jobs and growth. But as soon as we heard about the stench, we paid them whatever they wanted to put it here.
Does the stink not affect your life in every way, Barry? I mean, perhaps if you're filling in a tax return or completing the physical act of love.
It's strong at first, but you get used to it after several weeks of your first bout of sickness. The judges were very impressed.
So, what's sickness?
Oh, that's nothing to worry about. It takes a few minutes before you develop any symptoms. Now, folk are saying something about the production line and how they dump carcasses directly into the water main, but I think it's probably the few valves on the high street.
On the high street. Should I see a doctor? What are the symptoms?
Well, the first one
Have
is
you noticed
asking
what's happening to him out
stupid
there?
questions. Then folk experience a loss of inhibition.
Fuck off, do they? When was the last time you brushed your teeth, this stinking old tramp?
He's just called the guest
next
a
recording is
stinking old
period
tramp. Are we
of
really going to let this
randomly
continue?
bursting into song, followed immediately by delusions of grandeur.
That's not really a problem. Never sung in my life. Hello, it's sexy Patrick Bannon. He's wearing
Patrick,
sexy shorts
why?
now. Oh my God, look at me. I'm like a stallion. I'm gorgeous. Why didn't you tell me? I should take my shirt off.
No,
You know
you
what?
shouldn't.
I'll even let you touch me if you want.
That will be the bout of
He's
undeserved
taking his
self-confidence.
shirt off on national
Love the
news.
button.
Shouldn't we
Feel
get away?
the button. Oh man, what's the point?
And the ennui. All that's left now are the hallucinations and unconsciousness.
Nano Dotty? Was that you? Why are you made out of elbows? You know I don't eat opinions.
Okay, he's passed out. He's
Don't
actually
worry, folks.
unconscious.
Once
Are we
he
going
wakes
to come
up,
back
he'll
now?
be just fine. We'll just find a place to stick him where it won't matter how many times he evacuates his bowels.
Haven't we?
Right, that's all here from Grizzleford, a town that's really making a stink. I'm Barry Lardons. Back to you, Jeremy. Right
Thanks,
now.
Barry.
You
With a
need to
naval blockade being set
stand
up around
back.
our coastline as we speak, when we
no,
come back,
way back.
I'll be talking to 3 members of the
first
general
few
public
expulsions
who appear to be
are
here
devastating.
purely for medical reasons. Don't go away. Unless, of
you've
course,
started
you've got
now.
something better to do. We'll be back
You might
after
take
these
yourself a
messages.
seat before it gets messy.
1 minute back.
Well, that was stupid, even for you.
I don't care. It's done. I am done. It's 200 fucking degrees in here, and I can't do this anymore.
You say this every Friday.
I've done something.
What do you mean? Jeremy?
My mic is still live. That's what I'm talking about? Cat football? We should be doing an interview with the War Minister, or a report from Grantham Downs. Even the weather would be more fucking relevant than this.
Jeremy, please, just breathe. It's just something light to keep people's minds off things.
Exactly, which is wrong. People's minds should be very much on things. Christ, it's so fucking hot!
Please take your seats as quickly as you can.
I can't do this anymore, Jenny. I've had enough. That's it. This is just...
10 seconds! Get over yourself, Jeremy. Why don't you stop feeling sorry for yourself for 5, 4, 3...
Welcome back to the National Nightly News with me, your host, Jeremy Donaldson. Later, we'll be talking to the captain of the territory's first cat football team, Professor Pumpkin. But first, I'm joined by 3 guests with some balmy bodily behaviours. Joining me is a woman who's been hiccuping for over 9 months. Isn't that right, Miss Piercy?
Yes, that's right.
Yes. Tell us, what brought all this on?
Well, it's all a bit of a blur, Jeremy, to be totally frank with you. So I was watching your show and I remember seeing the news about the election and it hasn't stopped since.
Fascinating stuff. Also here is Frankie Steampipe. Perhaps you could explain to us exactly what your physiological foreboil is.
I'm here to say it's high time people like me were respected. We're constantly overlooked in the workplace, we're whispered about on buses, and we're asked politely to leave children's birthday parties. And it's disgusting. I'm sorry, my bowels have comic timing.
And finally, I'm joined by a man who answers every question honestly, even when it isn't aimed at him. How do you cope with that, Mr. Truman?
With a combination of booze, self-hatred, and hardcore pornography.
Is that right?
Not according to my therapist.
Well, in that case, let's speak to Rose. Tell me, how does the hiccuping impact you?
I get shushed a lot, which is hard. At work, they've asked me to stop answering the phones. It's really affected my confidence.
Well, I find it really fucking irritating.
Do people tend to believe your story?
Fuck no.
Actually, I've been surprised at how much support I've received.
And Frankie, why have you come here today?
Because my wife left me and I was hoping that the fame would win her back.
We've started a group for people with ailments deemed broadly comical by society. It's called Take Us Seriously.
That's right. And we bloody well mean it.
And who's joined so far?
A bunch of fucking losers.
It's just us so far.
And how much success have you had?
Well, we've seen some real positive changes.
I don't want to toot my own horn, but it's been a runaway success.
Shit all. Not a single person come to our fun run and all of our leaflets fell in the canal.
Huh. Well, Miss Piercy, some people are saying your condition was actually caused by the shocking events of that night. What do you think?
Come down, Mr. Donaldson, that's absolute rubbish.
What it'd be like to have a pair of tits.
Could you? I'm sorry, it's very hot. What was I thinking?
That you're a team fuck puppet?
No.
Or a sellout cunt?
Apologies, just a reminder that he can't help it. And hey, if this isn't live television, then what is it?
A fuckfest of propaganda masquerading as journalism.
Right, Frankie, Rose, tell us, how can the viewers get involved with your cause?
Yes, we're holding a sponsored run in Capital Park next weekend. It's called the No Smiles 13 Miles.
No, it's called the No Laugh Half. What did I say before the show?
That it was the team pulling Jeremy Donaldson's strings.
No, I didn't say,
Well, we may have to end that there, unfortunately. What a harmless bit of fun.
Steady on! This is exactly what I'm talking about. We demand respect.
Yes, well, later, I'll be talking to Professor Pumpkin, a ginger tabby with a world-class pair of penalty paws. Is that really necessary?
No, it isn't. Let go. Not you.
Unhand him at once! Enough! That's enough! Enough!
What are you doing?
Trying not to piss myself.
Alex, cut.
Don't you dare! Don't you fucking dare cut to the ads before I tell you to. Now, you in the broadcast centre, Bozeman's little scapegoat, you listen to me. You cut to the ads before I tell you to, and I will kill every single person in this studio.
Jeremy, think about what
I am thinking about what I'm doing. I've been thinking about it for a long time. We all should be. Christ, it's so fucking hot in here. Do you remember when we used to do the real news? Before it was all lottery winners and bloody cat football? We are on the brink of a siege the likes of which the world hasn't seen in hundreds of years. The enemy is at the gates and I'm stuck here talking to these three fucking idiots.
I think my hiccups have stopped.
You three, get the fuck out of my studio. Go on, now, go, before I change my mind. Jenny, lock the doors. Lock the doors.
Yes, Jeremy.
Now. Good. Yes. Now. Right then. You in the broadcast centre. Alex, you listen to me. You pay attention. Now, I'm sure you've already loaded up exactly what you're going to play in the commercial, but today is going to be a little bit different. Look to your right. Yes, really. Look to your right. There is a VHS tape, and I want you to load it into one of the machines, and when I say so, and not before, you play it. You've got about 15 seconds, so I wouldn't waste any time. Now, all cameras, all of you, on me. When we come back, we're going to do the fucking news. And because every single thing that comes out of this studio is either one-sided or banal, we're going to show the other side for a bit of fucking balance, like the good old days. Alex, play the fucking tape. Now, I don't want to hurt any of you. If I see anything I don't like, I will not hesitate to start by killing this man. Now, reset the system for the third segment. I imagine the ratings are going to be through the roof. How long?
Jeremy, please.
How long?
17 seconds.
And the studio doors are all still locked?
Yes. So what now?
I don't know. This wasn't what I planned. I mean, some of it was. I had a speech, look. But this was unexpected.
So what now, Jeremy?
It was supposed to be your day off.
God, please, don't do any more stupid things today.
How long? How long, Jenny?
We're already live.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. Joining me, unexpectedly, for what I very much imagine will be my last broadcast, are two new guests. Jenny works here at the National Nightly News and is someone I consider, well, a friend. And next to her is, what's your name?
Andy.
Andy's a policeman. Only we don't call him that anymore. He's a community cohesion official.
Officer.
Sorry?
It's community cohesion officer, CCO.
And how's that feel, Andy? Being rebranded?
It's good. it's not about confrontation anymore. You know, the force had its fair share of problems. The team doesn't have as many.
But it still has some.
Oh, I couldn't say.
Couldn't or wouldn't?
I don't know what you want me to say.
Christ, you're fucking useless, aren't you? We'll come back to you later. Jenny?
I don't want to be on the news, Jeremy.
That's perfectly understandable. Who'd want to do this? Jenny, why did you join the National Nightly News team?
I always wanted to work in news.
Yes, but why specifically this programme? The National nightly news.
It was the news everyone trusted.
Was?
Is. Do you really want to quibble semantics at gunpoint?
Is there something else you'd rather discuss?
Well, there is the great big Alan James-sized elephant in the room you seem to be ignoring.
What do you mean?
I saw your face when that hood came down. You didn't know, did you?
It's about the message, not the messenger.
Like I said, you didn't know.
No, I didn't know. The people I met were with... He wasn't there.
God,
I didn't know it was Alan James.
I'm sorry, but seriously, Alan fucking James. You're flushing your life down the toilet for... God, I love you, Jeremy, but...
He's a good speaker. He's popular in the country.
That right?
Look, forget Alan James. There is still something deeply wrong. And you know it, Jenny. And you know it, Andy. And you at home, you know it too. Meanwhile, I'm interviewing a guest who stinks of shit. Patrick is paddling about in shit. And Robin is literally interviewing someone who collects the fucking stuff. I mean, it's not sophisticated, but what a metaphor. We are sleepwalking our way into oppression, and the news isn't saying anything. We're not saying anything.
Says who? Alan fucking James.
What are all those scientists working on at Grantham Downs? What are they testing underground at Aldergrave? Andy, your turn. Make yourself fucking useful. How many people have you brought in for consultations just because they weren't carrying or didn't have team membership cards?
Oh, well, there's other forms of identification that we will accept.
For how long?
We're just here to help.
Then why do you need these? Not really help when it's offered at gunpoint, is it, Andy? Let me demonstrate it for you. Let me help you. You read these cards and my notes on it, and you'll probably digest a fact. That'd be helpful, wouldn't it, Andy? Knowing a fact?
What? I don't understand.
Do you want my help, Andy?
Yes, whatever you say, yes.
Security are here, Jeremy.
Eat it.
What?
Eat the fucking news, Andy, or I'll force it down your fucking throat.
Jeremy, stop.
Go on.
Really?
Eat it. Eat it, you fucking bully.
Jeremy, stop. They will kill you. Please, don't make me watch that.
Of course. You're right. Sorry. Sorry, everyone. You can put the card down now, Andy. You can go now. You too, Jenny. Fuck off over there. We're nearly done. All cameras on me. This new regime of ours is so seductive. I understand that. But before we all hand off our freedoms, should we ask to whom we're handing them over? Don't you want to know what's being done in your name? How many people were transitioned last month? A record high, again, if you care. Shouldn't someone ask Advance how they plan to deal with this blockade? How many years or months of supplies we have? Why aren't we asking these questions instead of whose shit is this? There's a cat backstage dressed as a fucking goalie, for Christ's sake. He's even got the little gloves. Anyway, that's why I arranged for you to see that broadcast in the last break. I didn't know it was going to be him, but I guess that just about sums it up. We are all up Ship Creek with a paddle made of Alan fucking James. Christ, it's all so fucking pointless. I was going to quit tonight. Take a holiday, try something else, out of the limelight. Maybe try having a relationship. I hear they're nice. Never tried it. I loved the news. And now, well...
God, Jeremy, don't!
I've tried my best to be honest with you, but this just isn't the news anymore. And I'm sorry.
The ads.
I've lost this
Alex,
fight.
cut to the ads.
I've let you down.
Please, we can't show
All
this.
of
Cut
you.
to the ads.
My name's Jeremy
Now!
Donaldson.
Do it now!
If you can, somehow. And I envy you if you can. Have a peaceful night.
Jeremy!